Good morning, kindergarten. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. It was cold and windy, but hopefully you still got to have fun and you did something really special for Mom yesterday for Mother's Day. All right, so this week we're going to talk about our five senses. And what do you think our five senses are? Let's put our thinking caps on. Let's turn our brains on and let's think. What are our five senses? Five senses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we have our sight, touch, hearing, taste, and smell. So we have our five senses that teaches us things. That's how we learn about things around us. But what body part? We have to use a body part for those five senses. And what body parts do you think we use? Let's think about, what do we use for our sight? You're right, we see. We use our eyes to see. Yes. What about touch? We use our hands. Sometimes we use our feet to touch if we're walking barefoot around the house or outside. What about our hearing? What do we use to hear things with? You're right, we use our ears. What do we use to taste with? You're right, we use our tongue. Our tongue is what we use to taste our food around and to know if it's sweet, like candy. What do we use for smell? We use our nose. We use our nose to smell. And so I've got this little chart here, and it says we use our five senses to learn about things around us. So we use these things to learn what's going on. We can use it to see in the house, we can see what's going on around it. We can use it to watch TV. We use outside for many things. My little girl here, so we use sight for our eyes. We use our hands for touch. We use our ears for hearing. We use our mouth, tongue for taste. And we use our nose for smell. Alright, so today we're going to talk about two of those senses. And the first sense we're going to talk about is our sight. Let's look right here real quick. Sight. Alright, we use our eyes to see. What do we use our eyes to see? I've put things. We use our eyes to see color, like blue and orange. We use our eyes to see shapes, like our square and our circle and our cube and our triangle. And we use our sight to see things that are small and big, so we use it to see what size. What are some things that we can see outside? Let's think about it. That's colorful. We can see flowers. We can see our rainbow. We can see our cars. We can see birds flying. We can see lots of things. What about shapes? What shapes? Let's think about. Our cars, our trucks can be like a rectangle because they're long and they're kind of like rectangular. We can see our basketball. It's a circle, so those are shapes. And what about big and small? Sometimes we can see our little dogs outside and we can see big dogs. Like I've drawn here, we can see big and small trees. And we can see things flying. There's big birds, there's little birds. We can see big cars, little cars. We can see the moon. What shape's the moon? This weekend it was a full moon, so it was a big circle. The sun, we can see it and it's a circle, and the clouds are kind of oval shape, and we can make different things out of those. So for sight, we use our eyes. Our body part is our eyes, and we can see many things around us. Alright, the next thing we're going to talk about today is touch. What do we use to touch? You're right, we use our hands. We use our hands to touch. And like I said, we can use our feet if we're walking with no shoes on. We use our hands to feel textures, things that are smooth, like let's see, this book here. This book is smooth on the top. And we we can use our hands to feel something hard, like a piece of wood. It's hard. It's really hard. We can't squish it. Or we can use our hands to feel things that are rough. And then we can use for temperature. If it's hot, we can feel if it's hot or cold or warm. Like the water, we can run our hands under the water. If it's too hot, we jerk our hand back. If it's cold, we're like, ooh, it's cold. Or if we put our feet in the lake or the swimming pool, and we know that it's hot or cold, or if it's warm just right, or a bathtub. So that way we can use our feet. We use our hands to pick up rocks. Rocks, they're hard, so that's a texture. We can use our hands to use our fork and spoon to eat with. What's something? Let's see, something that's soft. We can use our hands to pick up our pillow. It's soft. Or let's see. We can pick up these cotton balls. They're soft. So if we feel them, we can feel the texture of it being soft. Something that's rough is like sandpaper. If you touch sandpaper and rub it, it's really rough. So those are two of our senses that we use to learn about things around us. Our hands for touch, to feel if it's hot or cold or warm, or the texture if it's rough or smooth or hard. Like I said, we can use our hands to hold our pencil. And our pencil, how is our pencil when we're holding it? It's kind of hard, isn't it? And some of them are they kind of hurt our fingers because they've got little lines on them, and they're hard to hold. And if we hold a squishy ball, it's squishy, soft. And like I said, we can use our feet sometimes if we put our feet in the bath water or the lake, and it tells us if it's hot or cold. Or if we're walking in sand, it's smushy. Or if we're walking on rocks, it's hard and it hurts our feet. And then we also use our eyesights to see the beautiful things around us, to see the beautiful flowers and the birds, all the beautiful colors, the rainbow, and we can tell the different shapes, like the basketball is a circle. We can tell if things are big or small. All right, boys and girls, those are just 2 of our 5 senses. We've got 5. We've learned 2. We've got 3 more to do. So we'll come back here tomorrow and we'll learn about another sense and talk about it. All right, boys and girls, have a wonderful day. Go outside and have fun. It's supposed to be really pretty this week. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.